Hello and welcome to Appreciation Financial. We are so excited to have you as a part of our team. This video is going to show you the onboarding process from start to finish. So this is from the point in time that you do your registration all the way through the contracting requirements, submitting them to the carriers, and then receiving your writing numbers so we can get you writing business as quickly as possible. So the first step of the process is completing the registration. If you've already done that, you can move forward to step number 2. But for right now, we're going to follow through to do a mock registration for you. So I want to go through some tips that will help you get through this as quickly as possible. I also want to go through some system errors that you may experience so that if you do get stuck doing the registration, you can refer to this video for some tips and tricks on, how to pass through. So the first thing is you want to make sure that you're using Google Chrome. All of our websites, for the most part, work most efficiently through Google Chrome. So if you don't have that on your computer now, I highly suggest downloading it and using that moving forward. So by now, your trainer should have sent you an email with the registration link to get registered. And they also should have given you this section here, which is listing an AF code, or just the code that's basically coding you in the system to them as your trainer. So I want to just note I've already filled some of this information in, and as you fill the information in, these required fields on the right-hand side in orange will disappear as soon as you put the information in. So if you ever have a required field that's not disappearing, but you've entered it, you may have to go into your Google Chrome settings and clear your cache, and I'll quickly show you how to do that. In the upper right-hand side, you should have the 3 little dots that you can click on, and then come down to settings. You may or may not have a search bar here. If you don't, it's under privacy and security, or you can just type in the word cache. So you would want to click the first option. You can actually unclick browsing history and cookies and other site and data and just leave the cached images and files here. And then you would want to click clear data. Sometimes that takes a few minutes to load. If it does, just let it process through, and then you'll want to fully close out your Chrome browser, reopen it, and then go back to the registration page. So like I said, I did enter some basic information in: first and last name, date of birth, social security number. The email, you want to enter in your email 2 times. You will not have an Appreciation Financial email yet. You'll be using a personal email. I just put this one in as an example. And then you'll enter your password twice. Your cell phone number, you've got to enter the dashes into the cell phone number, or the system, the required field would still show and it would not be accepted. You want to enter in your full address and then the upline code. I want to note here, if you put in an incorrect upline code, it will tell you here that the agent's not found. So in that case, you want to make sure you haven't hit the space bar at all, and there's like unseen spaces. Like if I hit the space bar, it's triggers that the agent's not found, so it automatically takes that space bar out. And then you'll want to enter the upline percentages as well. So you want to make sure that if you've got 2 trainers listed in your getting registered email, that you also include the percentages that are given to you by your trainers, and it will always have to add up to 100% when you're completing the registration. You'll also want to click when it comes up for the upline information, you want to click to confirm that that's your upline. And as you can see here, the total upline percentage must equal 100, so I didn't enter that information in, so we now have to enter in the percentage, and then the error message goes away. I do not suggest clicking the previous button at any point along the registration. It does not always save the information, so sometimes it makes you restart from the beginning. So I would say to do this process when you have about 10 full minutes to complete through it. That way you can get to the end and not have to use that previous button at all. So again, each page gives you required fields. This is the background information, so you want to read through each of these and answer them with as much detail as possible. So if questions come up in the future, we can refer back to your answers here for more information. For question 9, are you currently licensed in any state? In order to complete this as an AF Pro agent, and if that's the link that your trainer sent to you, you do have to add your license information. So I'm just going to enter some mock information in here and then go ahead and click continue. This page is asking for criminal history. So again, you'll want to enter the answers in here and read through this to be as accurate as possible. And then you can just type in your signature. And then see how the continue button did not light up, it says signature required, but I typed it. Sometimes you have to just hit tab or click in the blank side of the screen, and then you'll be able to continue again. These are our independent agreements and exhibits. So you can download or print this information, but you'll want to read through this information. And then at the bottom of each section, you click I agree. So you've got to expand each section and read through it, and then go ahead and click I agree when you're at the bottom. I also want to note on this page that there are 2 scroll bars, so that confuses people sometimes. Sometimes you might not think that you see the next exhibit, but it's because you're only scrolling on one of the 2 screens. So you want to be using both scroll bars if necessary. So we've clicked I agree on all of them, so the continue button's orange. This section is an assessment. You'll want to enter these as accurately as you can with whatever knowledge you currently have. So I'm going to enter NA on these just for speed. But again, when you're filling this information in, you want to make sure you enter it as accurately as possible. This is providing the trainers that you're working with basically the information that they need to know that you need to learn and grow on, so that they can make sure that you're getting the most efficient training. So we're going to click continue. We are almost complete. Going to enter the banking information. You want to name whatever the account name is, account type, choose checking or savings. Then you want to enter the account information and routing number, and then hit continue. This W-9, I want to note also that just question 1, 3, 5, and 6 need to be completed. So you can actually type right on here. And each time you tab through, it's going to take that away. Whoops. We're going to enter this information here. Okay, so all of our orange is away. That means we are complete, so we can click continue. And then the last page is the payment page. So you would just click on the credit card information or debit card and enter your information in. And then you can click down here and it's going to let you enter the CCV code and your expiration date. So once you click confirm payment, that's the end of the registration and your process is totally complete. So as soon as you get through that process, you're going to receive, you'll know that it's successfully completed because you'll receive 2 emails to the email address that you completed the registration for. So whatever personal email you put on that first page is going to be where you get the automatically sent receipt and welcome email. So when I come into the email, I'm going to have, there would be a receipt here, and then you're going to get an automatic welcome email, which is listed right here. So I'm going to cover these items, and then as well as the AF email credentials email, which you'll receive. I'm going to go over that in the next video. So if you have any questions on the registration process so far, please give us a call. Again, that number is 702-272-2019, and you could ask the front desk for the contracting department.